Hey guys, today we're going to look at a footwork drill. My fighters are quite familiar with this one. Peachy's going to show you all the moves today. This starts with the base pattern of just circling, and then we have 6 footwork patterns that we work on top of that. We build this all into one drill. This is a great drill you can do at home as long as you have a little bit of space. Today we're going to use a punch shield, or as I call it, a donut. You certainly can use just about anything. You can use a 45-pound weight. You can use just about a cone. You can use just about anything that you can put a little bit of weight onto and move around. So it works really well at home. We're going to use this. It's a little bit of a tactile reminder what your center point is, as well as a reminder to keep your weight a little bit more shifted towards the back foot, as opposed to being super heavy on the front foot. So we got 6 moves we're going to demo for you today, all around a base pattern of just circling around your target. So let's get started. Okay, so as I said before, we start with just a base pattern of circling. You can go left or right. Don't really have to stay in your stance. This is for kind of outside of range. Feel free to be as dynamic as you want with this, stopping and starting, changing directions as quickly as you want. So this is what your circling is going to look like. Okay, notice how she keeps a little bit of distance between her and the target. She has a little bit of room to make some decisions. Okay. The second step is just the simple quarter turn. She's going to put her lead foot right on the target, and she's going to do a quarter turn towards her right side, or a quarter turn back towards her left side. Okay. We're going to work this in with everything else. Okay. Our second step after the circle is the double switch. A lot of you guys know this as the Sanchez shuffle. This works a lot the same way as the switch kick switch does, being that the lead side stays in the lead. We're not proper switching stances. It's just a temporary switch of the feet. So it's going to be switch, switch. Switch, switch. Okay, so we end up right back where we came from. Okay. The next step is a proper switch. We go from one stance to the other. So Peachy's starting out right-handed, left foot forward. She's going to proper switch. Now she's in the opposite stance. She's a left-handed or southpaw fighter now. Okay, she's going to work left to right or right to left. Both of those are okay. Okay, back to orthodox. It's just that simple. Okay. Now we start working the up and the down shift, or the forward and the backward shift. This can be used very effectively to disrupt rhythms, to disrupt patterns, and it's just kind of another clever variation to switch stances. A lot of times people will do this mid-strike. It's going to look like this. She'll start in orthodox stance, and she's going to go straight forward across that middle target. She can do the same thing going backwards. Okay? Forward and backward. The term we use is up and down. Up and down. Okay? This works the same way in the other stance. Up and down. Up and down. Okay? The next step here is the triangle step. This is a little bit of a retreat step, a little bit of a reset. You back off of that center target, reposition just slightly outside their lead leg. So you start one foot on the target. The lead foot backs off the target. The rear foot steps out. The lead foot goes back to the target. Okay, so when this is done in real time, generally looks very casual. However, it's a great basic step to get you into a little bit better position. You can reset with the triangle. Notice how she changes angles, moves just to the other side of the center point. Okay. The last step here is the pendulum step. We're stepping directly across the target now, and we're going to be transitioning both into the opposite stance and turning 90 degrees. This is probably the most complicated step of them all, because you need to go from your weight on your back foot on one side, clear across the target, to your weight on the back foot on the other side, in the other stance, while you do a turn. Okay? This is what this is going to look like. She's going to start orthodox. She's going to pendulum all the way across to the other side. Notice how she changed directions. Back. Okay, her weight is never really on the punch shield, the donut. Switch stances. Okay, Okay, transition across, pendulum, pendulum. She sinks the weight back to the back foot as quickly as she can after she transitions. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to add each of these pieces in 1 minute rounds. She's going to start circling, then we're going to add one thing, add another thing, and just work right down the list. So this is what it's going to look like.